Hi there, people. This is Milad Rassaymanesh, Central Committee of Ex-Muslim in Scandinavia activists and spokesperson. Another week, another program we're running. We got a couple of news for you guys. But first things first, here in the studio next to me, Hamed Jamali is sitting. Hi there, Hamed.
Hi.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm great.
You're right.
You?
Survived the weekend, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm very fine. Great to have you around.
Yeah,
today, basically, we got two things we would like to talk about.
Yeah.
The first news would be the ceremonies that like these Islamists, to be more precise, the Shia Muslim people will be running at the Middle East, in Iran, Iraq mostly, and in like I would
Europe.
say Europe, yeah, and
Which
North
is another
America.
part of
Yeah.
Middle East.
It is, yeah. So basically, as we always said, like, you know, the Islamism, the political Islam movement, got like two, I would say, position, or like got two main destination, I would say. The first one would be the Middle Eastern countries, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Syria, these sort of countries, Afghanistan, Turkey, and then the other like part, or like other destination, I would say, or like the place that they are really active is Europe and North American countries, Canada and US to be more precise. These ceremonies, like, you know, be held and taken place by the Islamic government in Iran is now getting bigger and bigger, and not even in Iran and like Middle Eastern countries, but in Europe and North American countries, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, this is like a counterattack from Shia Islamist governments like Iran against Saudi Arabia, which are Salafis or Sunni Muslims. This is the kind of a counterattack against them. So they trying to spend a lot of money. They are supporting financially very heavily these ceremonies, and they try to extend it as much as possible. I just learned last week that they are even in Mashhad in Iran.
The city I'm coming from.
Yeah, exactly, from your city. They are actually extending the Muharram ceremonies far behind. Like they are doing some kind of introductory ceremonies to go ahead and have these actual
be
ceremonies.
Prepared for the
ceremonies.
Exactly.
Yeah. They make the same kind of ceremonies to be prepared for the main ceremonies. The first 10 days, as we know, are very heavy. These rituals in Iran, and then they kind of try to extend it for another like 40 days or 2 months or something. And I believe this is we have 2 points of view in this regarding this. One point of view is that why Islamic Republic of Iran and religious governments finance these kind of rituals very heavily. What is the purpose of financing these and subsidizing all sorts of budgeting these kind of ceremonies? Why is there a reason?
I mean, the answer is clear. The government in Iran, they actually are part of the political movement we always mentioned, Islamism. They need these sort of ceremonies because it helps them to be in power. Basically, they like spend so much money to like emphasize and like make these sort of like rituals and like events massive, not only in Iran but like in Europe and North America, because they're much. I mean, the bigger this ceremony is gonna be held, the more powerful in practice actually they become. The point is, these like Islamists are so free in like Europe and North America to get the money from the Islamic Republic and like have these ceremonies very big and massive here in Europe and North America. In Stockholm, for example, if you're gonna be at the center of town at those specific times, you would see there is like a big majority of people being taken by vans and like cars from different cities to be at the center of Stockholm at that specific day. They read Quran and they try to advertise like Islamism in Swedish language. We know that like these sort of like ideology, Shia Islamists, I would say, is heavily misogynistic, very anti-women, very anti-homosexuals, anti-atheists, ex-Muslims, and in like generally speaking, Islamism, it's against the rights of refugees and against the civilization we have in Europe. But it's really sad to see that the government of European countries, Sweden included, are working side by side with the Islamists and let them do such a ceremonies in 2019 at the center of town at the peak of the day, 2 or 3 p.m. they're gonna have these sort of rituals.
Yeah, that's like really the most obvious way of advertising Islam, right in the center of Europe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't advertise Islam better than that. And the monies come from Iran, as you said,
yeah.
Come from Middle East, Islam-stricken countries, and the permits are given by Swedish governments and European governments. And people like us are really annoyed and irritated by this fact. And of course, we have some plans to be against them.
Precisely. The thing is, like Islamism and these Shia people are the reason we were supposed to leave our countries and apply for asylum here in Europe. And then it's so sad to see, like, you know, when soon you reach these countries, then you have to deal with these Islamists here in Sweden and like for the rest of the countries in Europe. And the government are standing on the side of the Islamists. They do not support us, they support the Islamists to advertise hijab, to advertise anti-human kind of belief, to advertise like marriage or like wedding with these small girls. I mean, what the hell is going on in this country? Like the government, we expect the governments, like politicians, MPs, to understand and realize how anti-human this sort of ideology, Islamism I'm talking about, is, and stand on the side of the secular and ex-Muslim refugees, not just like working side by side with the brutal government in Iran and like in general speaking Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and like so many other Islamic-stricken countries. One more thing I would like to point out is we know that because of all of these economic sanctions taking places by the US government against the Iranian people and the Iranian government, the Iranian people economically are very sabotaged at the moment. And there's so many people struggling for the daily food, for the daily like expenses, and now the government of Iran like spending so much money out of these people's pocket to like advertise Islamism, and this sort of brutal thing is perfectly fine by the government in European countries, specifically Sweden. It's so sad to see that. We're running this organization, we're running this program to raise our voice and like saying like enough is enough. This sort of thing has to be stopped.
Yeah, and you mentioned the budgets used for these kind of ceremonies, and which is out of regular people's pocket.
Yeah.
That's clearly true, and unfortunately, people they try to emphasize and try to advertise this kind of belief that some kind of supernatural forces will help people. Like people are there, they are crying probably for Hussein, who is died with his I don't know, soldiers and family, and but this is exactly the advertisement of being silent, accepting the cruelty of the tyrant governments, and just hoping for some kind of rescue come from nowhere, from the heavens or something. Like like the Mahdi they are waiting for to come. One day comes and rescues
the hidden
them.
imam.
Yeah, they try to force people to believe that okay, if you sit somewhere and cry about your miseries, about your problems, magically they are going to be solved. If you, I don't know, if you eat some certain kind of food, which is heavily wasted in those days, if you eat that food, it's going to help you to overcome your problems. And they kind of distract people from the reality of life, from the reality of society, from the reality of politics. And they just don't want people to see the reality with these superstitious beliefs.
True. Yeah. Shall we move on? Next topic.
Of course.
Yeah. The next topic would be, we had these like somehow sad or somehow I would say like happy and hopeful news that like Amine Kakabaveh, the MP from the Left Party, Vänsterpartiet here in Sweden, has stopped working and resigned actually working with the Left Party for many reasons. We know like Amine had like so much problem with these Islamist leftists, I would say, like fighting against violence against women in Europe, like marriage with small kids, hijab for children, and etc. So many other topics. I do remember like a year ago I wrote an article and I was trying to like motivate all the people to participate in the election and vote for the Left Party. The justification behind the article was like, if we just like vote for the Left Party and try to like make these people stronger, we got some MPs like Amine Kakabaveh who can be like who gonna get like a more strong and higher voice. So basically we can fight against Islamism much more better than before here in Sweden. It's so sad at first point I would say that we see like the attempts done by Amine Kakabaveh is ignored by the other MPs, and at the end of the day she was supposed to resign and like leave the party. But on the other side, I'm really happy that Amine is gone, because I believe the Left Party in Sweden does not have the capacity to fight for the refugees' right to fight against Islamism here in Europe. So basically I can see the future for Amine is so bright at the moment. She can move on, she can go like maybe organize some other political organizations, or maybe in future political parties, and like be radical against Islamism and stand in practice, I would say, stand practically on the side of the refugees. Today, there is no much difference in terms of hating refugees between the left parties, lefties in general, the one who are in power, and the far rights. I don't see much difference between the Sweden Democrats in terms of hating immigrants and the Left Party, Vänsterpartiet. It's a shame. It's a shame, big shame for the Left Party to treat such a like shameful behavior against Amine Kakabaveh, the MP who were trying to fight against Islamism, and the real feminist member of the party, and now she's out of the party. It's a shame for the Left Party, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think they should change their party name, like something like the Islamic Left Party of Sweden or something.
Precisely,
most of them should do that, because as you said, they are actually, when they see the effect of their policies in society, you realize that they are actually anti-immigrants, especially anti-immigrants who come from Islamic stricken countries. But they, on the other side, they support Islamic movements, political Islam, and they support all the way Islamism. What was Amine against? She was against honor killing. She was against hijab for little children. She was supporting the ban of hijab on children. That's her crime, probably.
Yeah.
And they immediately label her with Islamophobia and
Precisely,
things like that.
yeah.
That's like a bat to put to be hit on the head with Islamophobia. Amine was supporting actually women from Islam-stricken families, you know, those who don't have a voice in Sweden. Yeah. Even in Sweden, it's obvious that they don't have a voice in Iran, countries like Iran. But they don't even have a voice here in Sweden. And she was supporting them. And she is accused with something like Islamophobia nonsense. She belongs. She admitted herself that she claimed that she is not going to be silenced. She is going to keep fighting, and we are behind her. We belong to that camp, as you said, and we need this kind of third camp, and we belong to that camp, and we fully support it. And we are sure that we will have a voice. We will get stronger, because people who suffer from Islam will come and join us. They will not. We will not be a small group. Everyone who has suffered from Islam knows what true Islam is, and they will not buy these kind of policies that they support Islam and they they finance Islamic movements, and they support them all the way.
Precisely. I would say like the loser of the things happened is the Left Party, and the winner would be people like Amine Kakabaveh. We're gonna be stronger, and like these Islamist lefties would just go down by default because of their own very bad anti-human policies. All right then, I think that's for today. Yeah, thank you very much. Our special thanks goes to Ali Shojai, who supported technically our things in this program. Thank you very much for watching.